Well, how are you doing today?
Good
Happy
morning.
Tuesday to you.
We got in trouble from Tanya and Glenn last night because we didn't do a coffee time that they could laugh at over their happy hour last night.
Well, that kind of sucked, and we feel terrible. So, good morning, Glenn and Tanya, because we don't want any trouble from
Good morning,
you.
Leslie.
No, be kind. Please rewind. Remember that? Those were Blockbuster days. I remember going to the video store and having such a good. I used to work in a video store for just a couple months. It was the pre-Costco job. So, and it was fun. I mean, we met Kathy Blair there, but she wasn't Kathy Blair at the time. She was somebody else. And it's funny because you're like, we didn't go to school with people. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. And I mean, we just pick people up as we go along, either in jobs or school or work or whatever. And I think it's cool because these are people that while we're alive, we're meeting these people. Like, what are the odds that we're alive on this world at exactly the same time? It's awesome.
You are weird.
Maybe. But it's true. I just think it's fascinating. Same as when we get to some people's end of life. So, like the people who are 90s, 100, whatever that we meet, and we're continuing on and we just pass it on to our grandchildren and our children. I think we need to start thinking about what the purpose of life is. And it's to live every moment like it's your last. So, buy your damn house in Mexico already.
Hi, Deborah.
Hello, hello.
The beard is getting long, yes,
Yeah,
and
it
messy,
is.
but she likes the shirt.
Thank you. I do need to get this taken care of. And I don't want to, but I do. And the only reason I do is it's like when I was a kid and I'd have that long bowl cut hair. Drive me crazy. You don't want to look like the Beatles when you're a kid.
Ever.
Yeah, but it was not the cool later long hair Beatles. It was like the
bowl cut
Beatles. Yeah. So for me, that's why my hair is always short, because growing up, I hated having long hair. And I don't need to sit on the phone books anymore on top of the barber's chair. I like that.
Well, that's a bonus.
I kind of have to slouch down because my torso is so incredibly long, but my legs are just like itty bitty.
I wouldn't say your torso is incredibly long.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
I'm just showing you how tall I was.
I'm slouching.
I know you shouldn't slouch. It's bad for your back.
You're bad for my head.
Probably. So today, coaching day, we're also meeting with an agent that we have in another town in Mexico. So yeah, we are expanding, guys. So if you are wanting any property in the Barra de Navidad area, talk to us.
And Zach just said our granddaughters are watching. So hi, girls. I love you.
Hello, hello. Yeah, they're sweethearts. Oh my God, they're so dang cute. When we took Mackenzie to the airport, it was so cute because Amberlyn just immediately went around her leg.
And just hugged her leg. It was so adorable. In the picture, it looks like she was crying. She wasn't. She was being silly, but it was so cute. It was just so cute.
Yeah.
They do miss their auntie.
They do.
Oh, all their aunties.
Yeah.
And Uncle Spencer. When's Uncle Spencer coming? Right, girls?
Yeah. We want to know that too. When is Uncle Spencer coming? Mind you, he was here. I mean, everybody was here this year. I think Mackenzie's been here 3 or 4 times in this last little bit. And it sounds like she might be coming back in May. And again, while we're in Italy.
I don't know. But that would be the best case scenario, is to have her come while we're in Italy. I mean, not because I don't have to see her.
That just sounded
she's
horrible.
Watch the house for us and the dog. Karen, good morning.
Which Karen?
Richie.
Hello. Speaking of that, we need to have...
and Larry.
Yeah, we need to have Karen and Brian over also. Like, we've talked about that for months now, and we haven't done anything about it.
They're a busy couple, almost as busy as us, and we work.
Yeah,
they're just very social.
Yeah, they've retired, and they don't act like they're retired. Which is, I think, that's how you're going to live forever, right?
Yeah, well, they're active. They golf, and they have friends, and so dinners. And so, yeah, and we have friends in town right now from Canada. 2 sets are visiting from Canada. Eric and Sarah are here from Galveston with the kids.
Yeah.
We've got lots of friends in town visiting.
Yeah, so it's going to be tomorrow night with the Trinity people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, these are folks I went to school with, and I'm kind of old. So it was a lot years ago that, went to school.
Yeah.
You
probably should just stop now.
Yeah, I should, because it's just going to come out
it's
mean
in his best interest
and
to
hurtful,
shut up.
And it will make her angry.
Then I'll pinch you.
Maybe. I don't know what I was going to say. I wasn't going to say anything mean or anything. It was just, I just said that to make you think that it's a possibility that I could be mean to you.
Can you just be nice? Our granddaughters are watching. We love you.
I can't say anything then.
Wow.
Because if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I'm just going to stand here and not talk.
Oh, God, it's my dream day. It's not going to last.
It won't. Okay, so what is going on tomorrow? Do we know?
No. Things are...
They're slowing down.
There's not as many clients in town. It's a lot of online stuff that's happening, although we are doing showings and second showings and getting money in escrow. Like, we're busy still.
Yeah. And I need to do a bunch more video emails to people. I need to, because I really think that kind of connects people to us.
Morning, Jeff. Larry said that he shaved his beard this morning. You might need a trim.
I do need a trim. Thank you.
And Lori, good morning. Did I say that to Lori Bolin already?
So what I need to do is figure out how to make it where it stays hard or firm or something, and then just shape it. And then that just becomes the shape. But I don't think you can do that if you're not going to use beard wax and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you need some talent with a beard to shave it properly or trim it properly.
Yeah, well, the guy who trims my beard, he uses a straight edge. That is terrifying. I mean, he uses it on my skin as well as...
Yeah, I haven't paid him enough yet.
You're rude.
Morning,
I'm talking
Tony.
about teasing you. You're talking about killing me.
I never said killing you.
Well,
I just said shaving.
Yeah.
I'm not paying him enough. I never said anything. I would never say that
so
about
Tony,
your
it looks like you guys are having fun, going to beaches, etc. And it sounds like yesterday you saw Manny in Vallarta. That's kind of cool. I mean, like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
You come to this place, you go to another place, and there you see people that you know from a different place altogether.
Yeah.
I love that.
And they're staying fairly close to each other.
Really?
In
Yeah. Because I think Manny's at Paradise Village.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of in that same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So they're staying close together, although they met in another area of the bay.
Yeah. Ran into each other more than met. It wasn't planned.
Wow. So somebody, it sounds like, is in with the hound dog, which always
he was
makes noise.
Going this morning at 8. Holy.
Yeah, it's just, it will be nice when that dog is gone. Or trained.
Or older, yeah.
Or trained. I don't know why it barks
Tony
all the
said
time.
It's a small world. He couldn't believe it.
It is cool. I mean, we've seen people that we knew from Canada. When we first moved here, my God.
It happened a lot more, yeah. Now there's just so many people in so many places that it's tougher. You know, it's funny. We've said this before, but, we've been here almost 20 years. And when we came here, things were a lot smaller. Vallarta was smaller. Bucerias was smaller. So we'd go places and we always knew people. Now we walk into a room, even to functions that we used to go to all the time, and we're seeing a lot fewer people that we know.
Well, they've died, a lot of them.
Well, some have, yeah.
When we moved here, we were 33 and a little older. And our friends were all in their 60s to 80s. Now, you add 20 years to that, they're in their 80s to 100. Not a lot of people make it that far. They've gone, a lot of them. So now the thing is that these people that have gone have taught us how to live. So it's not, we miss them. Some we miss incredibly. And some we're glad that we got to know them.
So Monica, good morning.
Hello.
Deborah said, I was in Maui, saw my boss with a woman other than his wife. She should have used that. She should have worked it. That's awesome. That's funny.
See, that's something that will never ever happen to me. Um, I remember one time Christy got her haircut, and we were in La Cruz. She gets out of the truck and she could hear somebody talking. It's like, "Hey, there's John. Who's he with?
That's not his wife.
That's not his wife." It's like, she heard that, so it was good because she thought I was
I
with
was
another
able to
woman.
clarify that I surely was his wife. I had just gotten a haircut, but I went from having it like super long
Witchy,
to super short.
witchy to cool. When we first moved to Mexico, all the women had long hair.
She says, I'm watching beside Tony. He's delayed. He's delayed like mentally or just in the show. Sorry, Tony. Couldn't resist.
We're all a little delayed, right?
No, I'm not.
No, I meant guys.
Oh, heck yeah. We discussed that a little bit last night, too. We had friends over. Pam and John were over last night
It's very
for
lovely.
dinner.
Very lovely.
It was nice. It was nice.
Had some chocolate, just a little bit. It was very nice.
John's special chocolate.
A special chocolate, just like the tiniest little bit, because I made this chocolate a couple days ago, had more. So now I just have just a tiny bit, and it's all nice. So, but it has made it difficult because anybody who likes chocolate that comes to our house that goes in there is going to say, "Hey, I should help myself."
You really
Don't.
think someone's going to do that?
Don't. I hope not.
I think maybe you should put it away
Maybe.
because I don't like it in that plastic.
Yeah. So I had a buddy bring some sunflower lecithin, soy-free, non-GMO. It's just sunflower lecithin. I don't know what lecithin does, but it does say you're supposed to take a teaspoon a day of it.
Monica said that she also saw Jeff in Bucerius on Saturday.
That's fantastic.
Claudia and Jeff friend didn't see Claudia. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it is fascinating to me how people see people here, even people they don't really know. So it's all good. So I think for us, working on our website, that's going to be huge this year. Working on the Bucerius map, going to be huge. We've already got probably twice as many developments on there as we had previously.
Yeah.
I mean, we're over 62 or 64 developments now in Bucerius, and that's still missing probably the last 10 that have been added.
Yeah.
Because it's just so fast how fast this
up
world is
quickly.
changing.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really not enjoying this. Yes, we are selling them, but I really am pissed off at how this is going because they're just allowing every single project to go without considering the consequences down the road. And for me, it's always that 5 to 10 years down the road, and I see what's going to happen. And I mean, it's going to be a fantastic town, truly fantastic. But I think it's going to be tight in some areas of Bucerius.
Parking is an issue. Parking is definitely an issue. And we've heard rumors that water is an issue. We haven't experienced it, but...
Well, Terralta does, because Terralta's pump, like where they get their water from, is kind of not the best.
Terralta 1.
Yeah, Terralta 1, which is why you need a cistern there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a cistern and you live in Terralta, that's nuts. Because you really do. Just because you don't want to be days without water.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you having trouble?
Yeah, remember I told you just the way I reached in to put the seatbelt on Amberlyn, I kind of tweaked my shoulder, and so it's sore.
That was 2 days ago.
No, it was yesterday when I took him to the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Just the way I was, just the angle I was at, it just didn't work for me. There was a bag, so I couldn't get in, and so it was my fault. I didn't move something, and I just figured I'd be able to do it, and I did, but it hurts now.
So I have a question for you guys. What was your favorite job ever? The favorite thing that you ever did? Yeah. No, gracias. No.
Gracias.
This lady's here selling avocados,
mangoes, and cucumbers. And mangoes.
Yeah. So what was your favorite job? My favorite job ever, I think, is going to probably be when I was a rec tech as a park guy. I was a green shack guy for a year. Well, a summer, actually. That was incredibly fun. For me and my personality back then, it was great. Loved Costco, learned so much at Costco. People that work at Costco generally they want to go up the ladder. I thought I did for a while, but then it was just that lessons that Costco taught me that the
Mm-hmm.
customer member is always right, and you just try and work with that. Now you worked at a gold store when
I
you
worked
were
at a
young.
jewelry store
You worked at
out of
McDonald's.
high school. Worked at McDonald's when I was in high school or in junior high.
I didn't know you then.
No, and and then we got married young-ish.
You were a manager, supervisor manager at Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. I also
which
worked at
is
a
where I met her.
I also worked at a grocery store for a little while.
Which grocery store?
Both.
I did not know this.
Yeah, we were when we lived in Sylvan Lake
Oh,
for
that
a really
place. Oh,
short
yeah, yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah. That's right.
And I
And you
did
were
work at IGA for a while when it was
yeah.
still IGA.
And you also worked at the Convention Inn. I remember that.
Yeah, and I worked at a gym. I did their daycare.
You were very buff.
Yeah. So that was
I've had so many jobs I can't even begin to remember them.
I would say though my favorite job is just raising my kids.
That would be awesome.
That's the well besides well, I guess it's how you look at it, right? I'm not raising my kids anymore. They're pretty awesome adults.
They are.
So my longest job definitely has been selling real estate. I've been doing
yeah.
that longer than I've done anything else job related. But yeah, I loved being a mom. I homeschooled our kids. We homeschooled our kids, but I was obviously the day to day because he was working. So yeah, that was kind of my dream
that.
job.
Yeah.
And so we've got some answers. So Curtis said working for Paradise Village was his favorite job.
Love it.
Larry says he's at Sam's Club now, but I'm pretty sure that's not your favorite job. Karen says her favorite job was working in a Japanese school for 14 years.
Wow.
And Mike said that his high school job managing a gym in Colorado for 5 years. He got to meet many famous pro wrestlers, including Hulk Hogan and many other famous people.
That's kind of cool.
Sandra, good morning. Yeah, that is very cool.
Well, I remember like Tom Ferry, who is ultimately our coach leader. He met David Bowie, and he met his two heroes, and one he worked out with, and one he met on the elevator. And I love that story of the elevator. He was in New York in the building where they live, and he sees him. And I think, did he grab a kid? I can't remember. I think he had his kid with him, and he went into the elevator.
Yes.
That's right. And he starts talking to David Bowie's wife. And all the time he's going, oh my God, oh my God. And David Bowie's like, you going somewhere? So I think that was very cool. And also Kobe Bryant, he worked out with him as well in the gym. And he was devastated when
Kobe died.
Kobe died. Devastated. And both David Bowie and Kobe Bryant are gone.
Wonder if it has any relationship to meeting him.
I don't know, but he bought a lot of fan stuff. I don't know. I don't think so. Hello, Jim. New place to stream? No, we're at our house. How are you doing, boss? Hugs, hugs, hugs. That's all we can offer. Every day we see. I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine.
No, our heart goes out to you for sure, Jim.
Absolutely.
Jonas, good morning. Jeff is the CEO of Beach and Sunshine in retirement. That's his favorite job.
Love it.
Larry says he met a hero of his, General Chuck Yeager. The guy was an ass to me as I fixed his equipment. In the military.
It's funny though. He was a hero and he was an ass.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Mickey Dolenz was with Christie. Well, Christie...
No, he was never a hero of mine.
No, but to me, it's only because of who he knew growing up. I mean, he was friends with John Lennon, Bob Dylan. Like, there was these 5 guys, and he was one of the 5 drunks. And that was just fascinating to me.
Jonas, are you having any luck with your pool company?
Yes, I did
Good old Iggy.
I did a Google review on Iggy, and it was funny because they've got 8 reviews now, and 3 are 5-star. One is from Iggy themselves. I believe one is from their salesperson. I don't know who the other person is. And they've got 5 other ones, all 1-star. And instead of them getting better, which would be what
They're
you want to do
hiding
in
the bad
business,
reviews.
they lock the people away from their
Yeah.
social media.
We
It's
have a
like,
spot now on our the shallow deck that's getting a bigger
yeah.
so I feel one day that's going to have to be patched. Thankfully, it's in the shallow area, so that will be an easy fix for us. But
Well, I think the thing would be very easy to fix because what you would do is you would just drill a hole straight down and then do that foam that expands and then do that. I
you
think
don't want to
that would be.
overexpand it.
You
though.
don't want to
That's a tough
overexpand
thing.
it. Absolutely.
They've had to hire a guy to repair it. Well, we might need his name because I'm definitely not going to try to get Iggy to fix it because they'll just do more damage.
Iggy is terrible. Never, ever, ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever, 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 ever buy from Iggy.
Oh, Chief
Ever.
Enjoyment Officer. I just saw that. Not Chief Employment Officer, the CEO. Chief Enjoyment Officer. That's funny.
Yeah, and looking back upon the whole Iggy thing, I wish it never would have happened.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is for years I'd been looking at them going, that's a great idea. Hey, it's a great idea. Hey,
So we didn't even look elsewhere. We didn't look into them. We just did it.
Wanted it so fast. Remember, it was only supposed to take 3
Yeah.
days, not 4.5 months.
FYI, Iggy here just changed name and owners. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Not going to help them.
Well, if they had better installers and people that actually listen to the clients, it might be, I mean, because those fiberglass insert pools are popular. People like them.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
Freddie disappeared. Oh, I wonder why. People were probably threatening to kill him. Little turd.
Yeah.
X pools. Have to stop in and see them. Introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Or we just start going after X pools because it's dumb. I mean, you can't keep changing your name. This is what I'm talking about. You can't block people from your social media. You need to get better. Everybody needs to get better in business. Otherwise, they don't deserve to be around much longer. And this is the problem when you silence the competition or silence your opposition. Mm-hmm. You just make the world worse.
Well, we've had, my daughter was out in Punta Mita this weekend with some friends, and she went to a big open house on a $15 million house, and it was fantastic. She had a great time because she knows some other realtors that are out there. And someone came up to her and said, do you by chance know John and Christie Forget? And she's like, yeah, they're my parents. You look just like them. So she got a lot of that this trip where she was, okay, right now you look like your mom. And then when you do that, you look like your dad. I think it's when she frowns, she looks like her dad. But, so it was kind of cool. So then once people realized who she was, they were talking about us in quite a positive way, which is always nice to hear.
Now, it is always that way, unless you're a certain real estate company or person. But generally, we're received very positively out there.
Yeah.
Turns out if you don't screw people over and you show up on time, you get to
People
live
like
another
you.
day.
Yeah.
Get to live another day.
Go figure. Who knew? Who knew?
Bob knew.
So Jonas is saying, okay, bye, Jonas. Thanks. He's saying that it's X Pools. The West Coast general manager is Samuel, and there are 5 pools in their area. That I'm just going to take a picture of this so I can keep it. Oops, that faded.
What are you doing?
There we go. I just want to keep this, and I always forget how to find them. Like, it's hard sometimes to find our old chats. So
if you have an Android phone and you want to capture the screen and you don't know this, give me your phone for a second. Just show you. This is all you do. Go like this. And it takes a picture. That's it. That's now saved. Yeah. It's screenshotted.
Which is kind of fun because I was doing it one day when I was chatting with the granddaughters because they were making funny faces and stuff. Taylor's like, Nana, how did you get those pictures? Because it shows that it was the picture of her and then the little thumbnail picture of me in the bottom corner. She's like, Nana, how did you do those pictures? So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. We should do stuff where we can teach people how to use software or whatever.
Well, I have to learn first, but
She does. So still loving AI and ChatGPT, Midjourney,
yeah,
AI
Kayla
PRM.
is so right. She says, I find very often here they choose to ignore rather than handle it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Helen, good morning.
Okay, just to
Linda, good morning.
I did that video where we're looking for somebody to work at our office. I've probably had 40 some people apply. Not one has done what I requested. Not one.
Yeah.
Not one. So none of those people are getting a phone call back or an email. They may wonder why, but nobody's done what I asked them to do.
If they're smart enough and they ask why, we'll tell them. But they just didn't follow a simple we just wanted. You're going to say what we wanted?
Nope.
Okay.
No. Watch the video.
Watch the whole video.
Right to the end. Because near the end is what we need. And when somebody does that, we absolutely will interview them.
It's nice to read you, Helen. She says it was nice to see us both, but I can't see her, so I can just read her.
Yes. Okay, honey, I believe we're done. We've got to get started here.
We have got to go. So you guys, thanks for joining in this morning. Glenn and Tanya, have fun and happy hour tonight.
Why tonight?
Because they watch our show, like just
Oh,
their
their
happy
happy
hour,
hour.
their
Okay,
little
gotcha.
private one. And have a great day, you guys. Bye.